I just feel like I'm very blessed where I'm at. But yeah, I still have troubles and I still have like things I go through, but I don't let it stop me because literally like nothing really can stop you. God don't take me. I'm just saying. Hi, my name is Gloria Jones and I'm the owner of Just Go Studio and you're watching The Rundown.
You are now watching The Rundown, a lifestyle talk show dedicated to highlighting athletes, entrepreneurs, and culture shifters alike in the Pacific Northwest. This episode of The Rundown was brought to you by the City of Tacoma Arts Commission. For more information, visit cityoftacoma.org.
I have been a cosmetologist for 11 years now. I started in 2011 and it doesn't even feel like I've been doing it that long. I'm like, damn, 11 years is crazy, but yeah, it's been 11 years. I didn't have any idea of what I was going to do when I graduated high school. Growing up was kind of hard for me, so just graduating was a success for me. Pretty much like went to school for something instead of just like not doing anything. I decided to go to cosmetology school, and when I went to school, I was just really good at it, so I just went with it. That's basically it. I went to Clever Park Technical College, the best college ever. When I went to school, it was like 1,600 hours needed to start or to get your license. They pretty much teach you like the sanitation, like cutting, perm, relaxer. Oh yeah, manicures and pedicures too, waxing. But only certain parts of the body, you can't go on other like areas of the body. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You just pretty much test your practical and your written, and then you're licensed stylist. Cosmetology school, if you miss any days, you pretty much have to make up your hours later. So when you intern somewhere, that's pretty much your hours you're making up. So I went and interned at Regis because I didn't know any salons. Like I knew nothing about the hair world at all. So I just seen Regis. It was by John Jason Hall. I just went in there and asked, and she said yes. And I just was in there for 12 hours. Working as a stylist outside of school was pretty much very scary. I was like super scared to start working on the floor. So like when I got hired at Regis because I was interning with them, and when I had started working there, I was supposed to be just doing towels that day, but it was like during holiday season. So they pretty much was like, oh, we need you on the floor, so come on the floor. So I'm like, but what am I supposed to do? Because I'm licensed, but I've never worked on a real client before besides in school. So then basically when I got on the floor, they had me just do a haircut, and I served the haircut. Yeah, I was so scared, but there's people in the front that asked, like, they canceled with someone else and was like, can we have her do our haircut instead? So it was kind of lit, made me have a little bit more confidence for first starting. When I started working, that's when I took it serious. I never looked at it like a hustle or anything like that. I was very serious about it from day one. It just changed my life in order just for me to be just like fully independent and just take full control of my life. So the man club, you know, but yeah, I would say that. When people first come to me, I always ask them first, like, how'd you hear about me? I like to know if they're a referral or if they're from Instagram or Facebook, whatever. Just simply because I like to thank the person that sent them to me. And if I hear someone's name enough, then I like to give them a discount on like their service that, you know, next. And then after that, I always ask them, you know, just about like, you know, family or what brings you to Washington, because I have a lot of clients that are not from Washington that come here. So I like to ask that because I'm always curious. Typically it's military or work. And I just let them just kind of go and just whatever they want to talk about, we're with it, pretty much. It's very, you know, free space. The services that I provide currently are extensions, which is like sewings, like leave out, closures, frontals, and I do shampoo styles. I do quick weaves and pretty much just maintain the hair and have it grow. I'm not really into like ponytails or wigs too much. I do wigs if you want it, but I like to do like real hair. As far as like the wigs go and all of that, I just feel like it doesn't last long. So for me to provide it for you and charge because it costs to get it done, because it takes a while. So for me to charge that, and I know it's not gonna last you that long, it just feels like kind of corny, taking the money, like, and it's gonna last you maybe a week or two, because the lace is gonna come up, right? So that's why I like to do real hair, stuff that people can like actually wear for a long time and maintain themselves. And then also, you know, like there are some clients of mine that they want to get a sew-in, but I would feel like their hair through the years of whoever they went to or whatever they've done to their hair throughout the years, their hair is pretty much damaged for sewings. So a wig is better for them, and then I would just, you know, make them wigs. I was going to do tape-ins, but I decided not to. Just based off my clientele, the majority of my clientele, I feel like tape-ins wouldn't be the best option for them. Also being that I schedule so many people a month that their maintenance of coming back would be kind of hard, because they'd have to come back in like 2 weeks after getting it installed, and it's like I already have my whole month booked out. So, you know, I just feel like it wouldn't have been a good option for them, because I feel like eventually their hair would probably start to, you know, tangle or just do things that I don't want to be the cause of. Any service you book, you can get that service on your appointment. The only thing I don't do on your first appointment is color, but that's why when you book a color, you can't until you do a consult. So I don't have anything that comes in that I'm uncomfortable doing, because I already give them the yes or the no. And if I'm uncomfortable doing a service, I don't provide it, or I won't do it, or I'll tell them it's not for you. I'm okay with being honest. I think the water is just hard in Washington or something, because everyone's scalp is extra dry. You need to make sure that it's very cleansed, so then your hair has room to grow, or like be able to breathe and grow. If you do start to get buildup, you can have breakage with your hair like breaking off in that area. Like say if you have a patch that's like extremely dry, your hair can thin out in that area and start to fall, because it's not having any room to breathe and to like actually sprout. Like if you're in a protective style, it's okay to go like a few weeks without shampooing your hair. But once it does come out, make sure that you are combing through it and you're getting that buildup off, and then you're like shampooing it and you're getting your trims. And every 6 to 8 weeks is pretty good to get a trim. It sounds like it's a lot, but it's really not, because if you trim it like once a year, you have to take off like 4 inches or more than that sometimes. So if you're doing every 6 to 8 weeks, you're literally just like cleansing it off, right? So then it's just like, it just retains its length, and it retains the fullness of it, and it just grows nice and delicious. The reason why I don't perform relaxers is because it just throws off the integrity of the hair completely. And then also I feel like, as in the Black community, you know, it's really huge having alopecia. And I feel like relaxers do nothing but speed that process up. As far as like, you know, the older we get, our hair gets weaker. That's everybody. That's just how it goes, right? So to do relaxers is only gonna deteriorate your hair way faster than what it needs to be. And plus, I also feel like pretty much anybody can get their hair pressed and nice. Yes, it reverts back if you're super natural, but if you are consistent with getting your hair pressed, it will last and it will work. You just have to train your hair. I think what makes a good stylist is, number one, communication. You have to be able to communicate with your clients, even if you're frustrated or you're tired, or, you know, set boundaries for time for them to be able to contact you. But communication is huge for a stylist. And another big thing for me is actually like caring about the person that you're dealing with, getting to know their hair, and telling them what's right or what's wrong for them. Because some people, you know, they might want highlights and their hair's not gonna take highlights well in the future. Right then and there, yeah, it's gonna be bomb, but in a year, it's gonna be breaking off, right? So you need to be able to express that to them, and just making sure you're taking care of your clients like you would take care of yourself or your family, pretty much. That's what makes it amazing stylist. Green flags to look out for when you are looking for a stylist would be, if they have a website, I would say that it would be good for them to have everything on their website, as far as like how to book, you know, frequently asked questions, pricing, how long it's gonna take, you know, deposits online. Everything should just be on their website to where it's like, you just feel like it's more legit of who they are. And then of course too, when you are looking through their social media or their website, that their backgrounds are the same. Not like here and there, because then they probably stealing pictures and just posting on their page. If someone's telling you, you know, to put half the service down, I just feel like that's just crazy. But you know, to each his own. I would never do nothing like that. But another no-no would be them having just a bunch of different mix of pictures, or just a bunch of different type of styles, or a bunch of different type of services. It's almost like, is this your work, or are you just taking pictures from other people and just, you know, making an Instagram and get deposits? You know what I'm saying? Someone is coming into doing hair, the biggest advice I would give to them is to stand their ground, and set boundaries, and just stick to your word, and people will listen to you. But if you show any weakness and any type of bending, then you gonna be bending, okay? People will try you, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a younger stylist and you have older women, sometimes they feel like they're your auntie or they're your mom, and they'll try to talk to you how they want to, or tell you what they're not gonna do, or just try to show up when they want to show up, and just do things like that. Just set boundaries. Like, that's just the biggest thing. You shouldn't be signing and paying if they're not reading, you know, your salon rules or anything like that. Which, you shouldn't have too many rules, but it should be like, you know, your boundaries of your space. And once they see that, it's like either they can make a choice to come or not. But if they end up stepping outside the boundaries, then you're good. That's just it. My favorite hairstyle I perform on a client is the shampoo style, because honestly, I love straightening hair. Because the way I straighten it, it reverts back, and everyone's hair's integrity and curls still come back. So that's my favorite, and because I always feel like a lot of people, when they get it done, they're super surprised and they're super like happy that their hair is moving, or they have the flow, and like, that's bomb. Like, yeah, girl, you're bomb. My favorite hair system or product line I like to use is Cosmetology or Redken. Those product lines, it brings people's pH level back down to its, you know, the right number, things of that nature. Yeah. My favorite personal products are the Just Glow Serum and the Just Glow Flatter. My favorite part about what I do as a stylist is making people feel good. Also, you know, I feel like it's more than just doing their hair and making them look pretty and, you know, making them feel beautiful. Also, just making them feel good inside, because I always feel like whoever sits in my chair, if they're willing to like listen or talk, I like to, you know, talk life into them in order, just for when they leave, they just feel good about themselves. Like, whatever they're going through, whether it's, you know, work, relationship, kids, school, anything, I just like for them to feel very strong, and like nobody can stop you, because nobody can. Not sure exactly what yet, but also I'm going to start doing nail blading soon, and I'm going to start hosting classes soon. They won't be here, they'll be out of location. So yeah, that's what to come. We're coming with some education, we're coming with some new services, and just bringing more people onto the team. You can reach out to me through www.justglowstudio.com or Instagram, same thing, Just Glow Studio, or Facebook, Just Glow Studio, or TikTok, Just Glow Studio. It's all the same. Just reach out for my number. Actually, just Google me. I'm playing.
Thank you for watching The Rundown. This episode was brought to you by our sponsors, the Tacoma Artist Initiative Program. Follow us on social media at The Rundown for more information and behind the scenes on this episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this has been The Rundown.